wonderful, wonderful artistic teachers, Alvy Blue and Valerie Johnson.
Thank you, Ms. Keller. We want to thank the Santa Barbara Blues Society Blues for Youth program for having us here. If it wasn't for them, we would not be here, and they are such supporter of the blues. And I am so excited to see all of you here. And you know most of these kids up here, don't you? Yeah, that is so neat. Well, what is going to be going on is I'm going to tell you a little bit about the songs that they're doing. The first song that they're going to be doing is a medley, which means it's pieces of 3 songs. And those 3 songs are all about helping slaves get free. And slaves are people that can't do what they want to do. Somebody else tells them to do everything. And so these people wanted to be free from that, and there were songs that had secret messages in them. And these songs are going to have the secret messages. And I'm going to give you a hint on what they are. The first song says, "Run, Mary, run." So what do you think they want Mary to do? Tell me. Run. That's right, they want him to run. And then the next one, it says, "Way over in Beulah land." I'm going to tell you, Beulah land means freedom. So if we wanted to go to the beach today, we would say that's Beulah land. And so if I said Beulah land, where are we going to go? To the beach. That's right. And then the next song that they're going to be doing is called "Wade in the Water." And if dogs were chasing a person, it's really good to get into the water, because then the dog can't smell you anymore and it can't find you. And so that is something that they're going to be singing about, because that used to help people escape, to get away. All right. Then after that, I will introduce songs that they wrote. They co-wrote themselves. And one is a song in Miss McCormick's class. They wrote a song, and it's called a Franklin School song. And then in Miss Boozer's class, they wrote a song that's called "We Don't Want No Bullying in Our Schools." And then after that, we're going to do some songs, and we're going to have you help us sing them. Okay? Does that sound good? All right. Well, we're going to get started with our program right now. I see we have another class coming in. We're going to let them get settled, and then we're going to start our program. We have song leaders. We have song leaders right now, and those song leaders, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Who are my 2 song leaders over here in Miss Boozer's class? We have Jeremiah. We have Jeremiah. Alexa. And Alexa. And they're going to be leading their singers. And everybody's going to be singing. And then over in Miss McCormick's class, we have Joe. Ariana. Christabel. And they're going to be leading Miss McCormick's class. Okay. I think we got a couple more people sitting down, and then we're ready to go. In this first song, we have call and response, and that's an old way of learning songs and memorizing songs. And Miss Boozer's class is going to be the callers, and they're going to sing, and then Miss McCormick's class is going to be the responders. They're going to be echoing that back. Okay. Are y'all ready? Yes. Yes. the next thing that's going to be going on is Miss McCormick's class is going to do their song, Franklin School. And I need to let you know that they also, they decorated an instrument as a class. They decorated 3 instruments as a class. And the first row, the diddly bow players, I would like you to stand up and show everybody the diddly bows. These are one-string traditional instruments used in the blues. And they decorated those all up. Yeah! They are going to be playing the diddly bows, and then he's fixing an instrument right now. Okay. And then in the second row, if the second row would stand up, please. And they're playing shakers and a washboard and bones, what we call bones. Those are, they're wood sticks that you hit together. And these are all traditional instruments. Go ahead and have a seat. And then the third row, stand up. We have our drums back there. And you've probably seen those buckets from the music room. Okay, thank you very much. So they're going to be playing. And then also in the middle, we have the guitar players. And they're going to be playing this song along with the class performing their song. Okay. Okay, our next song is going to be, Miss McCormick, let's give them another hand. Miss McCormick's class, a Franklin song. Now, our next song is going to be from Miss Boozer's class. I am so sorry. I'm trying to get used to that. I just learned the teacher's name today. Miss Boozer's class. And we're going to have our leaders, and then I would like the diddly bow players in Miss Boozer's class to please stand up and show the diddly bows that you all put together. Very nice. And then I'd like the second row to stand, playing bones, washboard, and shaker. All right. And then last but not least in those rows, we have the drummers. Please stand. All right. And now, just like Miss McCormick's class, Miss Boozer's class also had students play the guitars. These students have only played these guitars 6 times, each one of these classes. They've only had 6 times to play the guitars, and they're really doing very, very well. So they are going to now do "We Don't Want No Bullying in Our School." We don't want no bullying in our school, do we? No. Let's give Miss Boozer's class another hand. So cool. And now I'm going to ask the leaders to please join your class, join your singers, because right now we are going to do, a blues song. And it's called Little Red Rooster. And then after that, we're going to do another song that you probably have heard before called This Little Light of Mine. Now on this Little Red Rooster song, I'm going to be asking everyone to bark. So I'm going to say, and the dog began to bark, and everybody needs to go, woof, 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 woof. Okay, I'm going to do it. And the dog began to bark. And the hounds begin to howl. Whoa, you got that really fast. Wow. And in the first verse it says, I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for days. Let me hear some crowing. Wow, you guys are naturals. Oh my goodness, that was cool. They did a great job, didn't they? Yeah. Okay, here we go. I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for days. Little red rooster, too lazy to crow for days. Keep everything in that barnyard upset in every way. And the dogs began to bark. And the owls began to howl. Dogs began to bark. And the hounds began to howl. Watch out, all you people, my little red rooster's on the prowl. And if you see my rooster, will you please send him home? And if you all see my rooster, will you please send him home? There been no peace in that barnyard since the little red rooster been gone. I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for days. A little red rooster, too lazy to crow for days. Keep everything in that barnyard upset in every way. And the dogs began to bark. And the owls began to howl. Dogs began to bark. And the owls began to howl. Watch out, all you people, my little red rooster's on the prowl. my little red rooster. Please send him home. See my little red rooster. Please send him home. There's been no peace in that barnyard since the little red rooster been gone. And the dogs began to bark. And the hounds began to howl. Dogs began to bark. And the hounds began to howl. Watch out, all you people, my little red rooster's on the prowl. We're on the last song and I just remembered to finally take my jacket off. Okay. We are going to do This Little Light of Mine. How many of you have heard the song before, This Little Light of Mine? Oh, very nice, very nice. And I'm going to get over here just a little more. There we go. Okay. Miss McCormick's class, are you ready? Yeah. Miss Boozer's class, are you ready? Yeah. And are you all ready? Yeah. All right, here we go. You can just start us off, that's all. So when I go like this, that's when you sing, okay? When I go like this, that's when I'm singing, okay? 1, 2, 3, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh yeah, this little light of mine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Well, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. I said all in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. All in my home, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now, you know, what is that light? Somebody in Miss McCormick's class, let me get a microphone. Somebody over here, you tell me, what is that light that shines? What is that light that shines? Yes, sir. You. And yes. Your smile. Your smile. So when you're singing This Little Light of Mine, you're singing about your smile. So let's sing that one more time. 1, 2, 3, go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let me see that smile. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Miss Boozer and Miss McCormick's class, guess what? Your teacher just told us we get to do Got My Mojo Working. Cool, thank you. We're going to do a special song and, okay, quiet class, quiet. We're going to do a special song This song is about a mojo. And let me tell you what a mojo is. You can go and have a real special thing done. My friend was going to go on a big music tour, and she was going to be playing all over the United States. And she did. And she went to a person, and she wanted to make more money than she'd ever made in her whole life. And she went to this it was called I don't know, a priestess or something. And he said, if you want to make more money than you have ever made in your whole life, I'm going to show you how. I'm going to make a magic thing and show you how. And he got her a little piece of nutmeg, a whole nutmeg seed with a rubber band on it. And he said, when you make money, you wrap that money around this nutmeg seed and you put that rubber band around it. And she did. And she made more money than she had ever made out doing music. Does anybody know how she made more money? Yes, sir. She did not spend it. She could not spend it because it had a rubber band around it. That is called a mojo. They make all kinds of mojos, but that's the kind I like to think about. So we're going to do that song. Here we go. And you can follow what the classes up here are doing. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. I'm going down to Louisiana. Bring me my mojo hand. Everybody can clap. I'm going down to Louisiana, baby. Bring me my mojo hand. I'm gonna have all you here, right here, at my command. Got my mojo working. Got my working. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working. Got my mojo working, but it just don't work on you. Begin. All right. I want to say thank you so much for having us here at Franklin School. It has been such a delight. All right, I'm turning it back over.
All right, we say thank you. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you, 5th grade. Thank you, Summer Blue Society and our special guests. All right, they're going to be here for a few minutes, and I want to thank you. I want you all to give yourselves a pat on the back. You guys were great today. You were attentive, you listened, you were taught.